Hey guys, what's up? jburtonsemo here, and today I'm bringing you my Combat Rogue PvP guide for 6.2.3, and like all my other guides, this will start off with talents, glyphs, stats, and macros, which the macros will be linked in the description. Okay, let's get into it. Talents. First here, Subterfuge, you have to go this. You can use all of your opening abilities for 3 seconds after you break stealth, so you can cheap shot multiple targets, garrote multiple targets, or garrote and cheap shot the same target. Too versatile to not have. Second tier, I usually only take Nerve Strike if I'm versing 1 melee, a caster and a healer, or 2 casters and a healer. Otherwise I'll take Combat Readiness if there's 2 melee. You can take Nerve Strike also even if there's double melee, but you just want to be able to take down that healer because they'll do less healing plus your wound poison. Pretty good combo. Next tier, Elusiveness. It's a must. Use your feint and you get 30% damage reduction for 5 seconds unless you glyph it, then it's 7 seconds. Amazing talent. There's just nothing that competes with it. Shadowstep. This I use in arenas. I use burst of speed in RBGs, but Shadowstep's great because you can Shadowstep to an enemy, and kick them, or Shadowstep to your teammate if you're about to die, and then run behind a pillar. Great ability. Next tier, Prey on the Weak is a must because it not only increases your damage on the target, but increases your teammate's damage on the target. Helps with great burst. And the next tier, Mark for Death, also required. This is excellent for adding to your burst, especially when you open, because that's what people fear about rogues, is that opener. They don't want to trinket that kidney shot, but you can really force that trinket. The more burst you have, the better. Mark for Death is amazing. Next tier, you can either go Death from Above or Shadow Reflection. I don't like Shadow Reflection because if you get CC'd while he's mimicking you, it kind of sucks. And it's a 2-minute cooldown. Whereas Death from Above, when you're in the air, you can't be CC'd. So that Eviscerate, it's going to do some damage. Downside is it does cost 50 energy, but it's just such a hard-hitting ability. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, glyphs. First one, Glyph of Disappearance. Really odd glyph since before WoD, rogues are all about running away with Vanish. The Glyph of Disappearance makes Vanish a burst attack. Because of your 4-piece, you'll generate 5 combo points when you Vanish, and your next Eviscerate or Ambush will be like 100% crit chance. So this is part of your burst. It does lower your survivability, but your damage output's so amazing. This is mandatory in my opinion for combat and assassination. Glyph of Energy, I feel like this is mandatory. 20 energy doesn't sound all that great, but when you think about every time you go stealth, you get 20 more energy to play with, especially since you're using Subterfuge and you got these powerful abilities, but they're pretty costly. You want to be able to use as much as you can. So, Glyph of Energy is great. Glyph of Feint, you don't have to use this one, but it's nice to make your feint last longer because sometimes you'll get kidneyed and you can't refresh your feint, so the longer it lasts, the better. But you could replace feint with Glyph of Cheap Shot, so whenever you're just constantly refreshing stuns on a target, even though they're going to DR, they can last a little longer. You can also take Glyph of Garrote. If I'm versing mages, I like to just take this off the bat. Pretty great talent. And then if you're versing double melee, I love this ability. Every time you dodge when you have evasion up, you get 10 energy. You may not want to use this in 3s in arenas, but in 2v2s, if you're versing double DPS, grab this and pop your Adrenaline Rush. You won't even be able to spend your energy quick enough. So amazing. And that's pretty much it for glyphs. Stats, you really just want mastery. Mastery, mastery. Every time you hit, you have a chance to proc another hit. And it's a pretty hard-hitting hit. It's 140% of your weapon damage every time you do proc it. So you want a lot of mastery. Because we have a lot of attack speed. Plus Killing Spree. This procs and Killing Spree helps add to that burst. The second stat you want, it's kind of debatable. You can go Versatility for more survivability and damage, or you can go Haste. Haste will increase your attack speed even more, which procs your mastery even more, and increases your energy regen, which lets you attack more, which procs your mastery even more. So it's up to you. I like to go Haste as a secondary stat. You probably see I'm using daggers. You do not use daggers, in my opinion, as combat. You want some slow, hard-hitting maces or swords. Okay, now macros. As a rogue, there's quite a bit. I'll include the ones that I use, but I guarantee some pros that are like in the 2500 ratings probably use a lot more. You want blind for focus, arena target 1, arena target 2, and arena target 3. you want a Shadowstep into kick. Ideally, you want that for Arena 1, 2, and 3, but I only have one made for my focus. For Kidney Shot, you want that for Arena 1, 2, and 3, because most likely you're going to have to CC somebody you're not attacking. The quicker you do it, the better. If I think of any more while I'm working on the details for this video, I will include them in the description, so check it out. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please comment, like, or subscribe. It'll help me out a bunch. And I hope you guys enjoy playing some Rogue. See ya.